welcome to another exciting episode of the Learn With Me series. I am your host, Patience Ibasa Achiche. Here we educate, inspire, and empower you against cancer. Today we're going to be talking about another very important topic which is often overlooked, but it's as important as the treatment of cancer itself. Our topic for today is coping strategies for people diagnosed with cancer. As usual, I won't be doing this alone. To carry on this topic with me today is no other person but a very beautiful and intelligent nurse who is always ready to give you information whenever you ask her for it. She's no other person but Nurse Sandra. Nurse Sandra, you're welcome to the hub today.
Thank you, Nurse B.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
Hello, everyone. My name is Nurse Bishop Sandra Atsimano, a registered nurse and an oncology nursing student in training, Set 18, School of Post-Basic Oncology Nursing, National Hospital, Abuja.
Okay, Nurse Sandra, thank you for that warm introduction. You know, receiving a cancer diagnosis can be very heartbreaking, can be very disheartening, and some people often find it difficult to cope with that news. So that is why I decided that we should take on this topic, the coping strategies people need to practice when they are received their diagnosis and are diagnosed with cancer. However, I discovered that topic was your project topic, so I said today you're going to come and talk about it. Anyway, I will ask you a question I usually ask every other person that comes here. I would like you to give us your own definition of what cancer is, off the dictionary, please, off nursing council, off WHO. Just give us your own definition of what you see cancer as.
Okay, I personally define cancer as a silent killer. Yes, trust me, it's just a silent killer. Let's just leave it that way.
Okay. We had someone else define cancer as the new malaria. That was Nurse Peace. And we had Nurse Hobo define it as a disease that is not easily noticed. And we had Nurse Edith define cancer as she said cancer was what did she say again? I can't remember, but I'll go back to check the video. And now you've defined cancer as a silent killer. Wow, I love that. I would respect your own decision. But coming back to the topic of today, like I said, receiving a cancer diagnosis is really a difficult thing for people to deal with. I'd like you to define or break it down for us. What exactly do we see as coping strategy? What is coping strategy?
Okay, coping strategy can be defined as the way people are able to manage and live with the diagnosis of cancer. So it deals with the emotional, behavioral, and then the physical aspect in which a person receives the news, oh, I have cancer, or oh, I've been diagnosed about cancer, and how the person lives with it. It's just a general strategy that people tend to maximize to see how you can live with cancer.
So in your practice as a nurse and in the oncology unit, how do people receive the news that they have cancer?
Oh, I'm not even going to lie at this point. Yeah. It's very devastating. Like, once the news is just broken, oh, Mrs. This, Mr. That, you have cancer. Like, people tend to be in denial. Like, that's one of the myths people face. Oh, me, you mean I have cancer? Like, God, why me? Why should it be me? Who have I offended? Or like, it can't be me, it should be some other person. So first of all, people live with denial that they have cancer. Some other persons are angry, like, oh, damn it, they're knocking the door and they're walking out from the office that it cannot be me. And then some other persons are confused. They don't know where to start from. They don't have the money. They don't know who to run to. So they're just like, Lord, where will my help come from? So these are the various means that people tend to react when the news of their diagnosis is pronounced to them that they have cancer.
Okay, so let's look at a scenario. Let's say Mrs. A has cancer. She's been diagnosed with breast cancer and she's supposed to have a surgery to have the breast excised. How do you think she will receive this news? And how is she supposed to cope with this information?
Okay, for somebody like Mrs. A, once the news is broken down to her, I'm sure she'll be very, very devastated. She'll be like, God, why me? And then her confusion begins. And the next thing now, for example, she's given with a case that she'll have mastectomy. She'll start thinking about her feminine structure. We all know that breast is what God has given to us to add beauty to the gender of women. So she'll start thinking how it's going to affect her gender identification. Imagine you walking and then you have one breast cut off. Do you just imagine that scenario?
Kind of situation.
You get? And then since she's married, she's also going to think about her husband.
Yes.
Will my husband still love me this way? Will my husband still like that my breast has been cut off? Or will my husband go and start following other younger girls that still have sexy breasts walking around? And then her children, oh, how am I going to deal with this reality with my children? And also where she's going to raise money from is going to be a very big deal. Financial support, who is going to cater for her? How is she going to walk through this journey? And also her friends. Imagine somebody, she's just walking up to somebody and they're like, oh, Mrs. A, I heard that you have cancer. Oh my God, that's very devastating, trust me. So she's really also going to think how the psychological aspect is going to be, how her friends are going to tell her that, oh, I heard you have cancer, and some will intentionally want to ask her, oh, how have you been doing it, all the body shame and everything. You know it's not easy. So all these things put together, the different ways she'll be thinking how she's going to cope with these news that have been broken to her.
Okay, and I feel this as well would apply to the masculine gender. You mentioned how she was thinking that her husband is going to leave her. And for the men too, if diagnosed with prostate cancer, they'll think of how their wives are going to leave them because they cannot perform. So this is so heartbreaking. But I'd like to ask you, how will family members help their family members who have been diagnosed with cancer to go through this phase of the treatment and to cope with the disease?
Okay, family support cannot be overemphasized. It's what we all need. We didn't come to this world alone. We have family, we have children, and we have everyone around us. So at this point is where your family needs to stand by you, because most times people have the money to spend and treat cancer, but they don't have the psychological aspects. Like they don't have people around them to take care of them. So we encourage that if a diagnosis has been made, families should come out and encourage them. When you're coming to take your chemo doses, when you're coming to take your radiation doses, when you're coming for your surgery, you need your family. These are the your real people that are supposed to be with you. So your family should be your go-to-go persons. Most times what kills people is not the cancer treatment, because they might be taking the doses of radiation and chemo and all of that to make them healthy, but the silent killer also is the depression they go into. They are anxious and they don't have anybody around them. They don't have anybody to lean their shoulder on. They don't have anybody to comfort them that, oh, I've heard that you have cancer, but trust me, I'm here with you, my wife, I'm here with you, my husband, or my child. I'm here to walk through this journey with you, or your sister, or your uncle, or whoever, or it could even be your mother or father. But having loved ones by your side is what cannot be overemphasized. So we all need people to help us push this journey. So families should please come out and come with their patients and relatives that are coming for cancer treatments.
Okay, thank you so much, Nurse Sandra. So little things as little as accompanying your loved ones to the hospital, or as listening to them, just that can help uplift their spirits and make them get better even faster. But if I may ask, this is our reality. How about people who do not have loved ones, family members, or people who do not have family members that love them or care about them? What do we do, or what do we say to these people?
Okay, actually this is a very unfortunate situation that happens in real life. We can't even lie. There are people that don't have anybody working with them through this journey once the news has been broken to them. But I'm glad we have friends, we have colleagues, we have co-workers. We also have our health professionals that are not giving up on fighting cancer, are not giving up to make sure that these patients get better, are not giving up to see that there's a good prognosis. Like they survive at the end of the day. So we also have religious support groups that, oh, I have a church, I have my little social club, and all of those that can come together to help me walk through the journey. Okay, we also have cancer survivors team. Yeah, these are really good people.
Really good
they
people.
come out to tell you that
I've survived.
I survived, and it was not an easy journey. Yes, it's never going to be easy, but I made it. And then with all of these people that don't have family or don't have backup from anybody, people help them, people solicit for them, people make the journey very easy for them.
Okay, thank you so much, Nurse Sandra. So if you have a colleague who has not reported at work or school, try to check up. If you have a colleague or a friend or a church member who has been diagnosed with cancer, try to call them from time to time. They may not have loved ones. They may have traveled through long journeys to come work or come fend for themselves in a new city and have no one there. Try to check up, try to put a call across. This makes them feel loved. And this brings us to the crux of the matter, which are the 8 coping strategies for people diagnosed with cancer. If you actually want to learn the 8 coping strategies, you have to sit tight and join us in our next episode to learn the 8 coping strategies. I'm going to say thank you to Nurse Sandra for coming around to share this information, and I hope that you will be willing to share in the next episode about the 8 coping strategies. Until we meet again, thank you for joining the Learn With Me series. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and drop your questions in the comment section. We'll make sure to attend to all the questions. If there are topics you want us to attend to, you can drop them in the comment section and we will attend to all of them. See you in our next episode. Sit tight. Bye.